And welcome to the famous Idaho Potato Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. Here in the City of Trees, Boise, Idaho. Inside of Albertson Stadium, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Central Michigan, winners of 5 in a row, getting set to battle Wyoming out of the Mountain West. And the famous Idaho Potato Bowl is underway. Hall from his 8 with a running lane. And across the 45, outstanding field position for the brown and gold after a 38-yard return. Cowboys just 33% on third down this year, one of the worst in the nation. And Allen and company need 9 yards right now. Backside pressure. Allen stands tall, flings it incomplete. And a dangerous pass after the pressure by Joe Osman, one of the top pass rushers in the MAC this year, and it's 3 and out for the Pokes. After a 3 and out by the Pokes, defense of the Cowboys trying to give it right back to Josh Allen. Here's Morris, open pocket. And the hard hit against Ward somehow stays alive, finally corralled by Logan Wilson. So Logan Wilson, the Mountain West Conference Freshman of the Year last season, brings him down. And a quick possession for the Chippewas.
If it's not there, Josh Allen can use his legs to get the first down.
On third down, Allen flings it, caught. That'll move the chains. Price has it. James Price ushered out by Sean Bunting. 7 in the box for CMU. There's Conway in motion. Overstreet straight ahead. He'll move the chains yet again. Short of the 20-yard line, a gain of 11.
Well, and Overstreet's coming off a career game. Came out against the Colorado State Rams earlier this year.
Showing I formation. Here's play action for Josh Allen. Steps up, zips it deep for the touchdown. Jared Scott, his second touchdown grab of the season. And the Cowboys strike quickly on their second possession.
Well, Roy, if there was ever any question about the arm strength, about the timing, about the toughness of Josh Allen, I think it's answered right in this play. He rips it, and I mean steps up, moves up into the pocket, and just rips a ball to Scott for the score. And Scott, 2 catches so far this year, 2 touchdowns.
Talked to Josh Allen yesterday. We asked if he was nervous. He said no. This is one of the reasons why when you got this kind of arm strength.
Well, Jared Scott's a big body receiver. He runs a really nice route down the seam. Ball's on target. Touchdown, Pokes.
Let's go. That's been kind of the motto this entire bowl practice season for the Cowboys. Quick toss to Mark Chapman. He'll cross the 35, a gain of 10. Stopped by Carl Granderson. That'll move the chains.
You know what I love? What Alex talked about, Roy, was that Josh Allen is such a great teammate, right? He loves all his teammates. They love him. I mean, that is evidence.
Backside pressure. Morris lost control and a scrum. Cowboys have it. The second best team in the country turning people over, forces a turnover as Wyoming comes up with the game's second big play. Ayla Lolahea was able to finally bring it into his mitts.
And I think Granderson might have been one of the players there to cause the pressure and possibly the strip sack. The ball somehow comes out of Shane Morris's hands, and the pocket just collapses. Not as many touchdowns as they'd like, and they tell you that first off right at the top of the meeting.
Overstreet again. He's had the hot hand in recent weeks. Powers his way down to the 11. That's a first down after a pickup of 9. Fourth tackle of the game by Malik Fountain.
Well,
from Cooper Roth. Nico Evans checks in, 22 in brown and gold. Cowboys 1 of 2 on third down. Allen flush. Keeps the play alive. Zips it to the end zone for the touchdown. Austin Conway had it. And from 11 yards out, Allen converts again. Well, the scouts love the mobility. They love his presence in the pocket to keep plays alive. when you got that kind of arm strength at 6'5", 240, the rest a lot of times will take care of itself.
Yeah, and it was remarkable how he worked all the way across the formation and went through his progressions. He looked left. They tried to get a corner route. Austin came free, pressured him, and then it's just Allen being Allen and flushing to the right and throwing another dart for a touchdown.
We talked with Craig Bull yesterday. There was a lot of comparisons about Carson Wentz, maybe Ben Roethlisberger. Josh Allen is his own man at 6'5", 240. Cannon for an arm and 2 touchdown passes already today.
Of the first day of fall camp, I mean, the offensive coordinator, Chris Ostrowski, couldn't believe it. It's like, really? I'm counting on this guy? And he got hurt the first play.
Play action for Shane Morris, trying to load it up. Flings it down. There's Ward, and he's wide open. Jonathan Ward near side. Needs to make a move. Can he? Ushered out just short of the goal line, but a big play nonetheless. And exactly what the doctor ordered for CMU.
Well, Shane Morris was patient, Roy, and they snuck Ward out on the wheel route. They use his speed down the sideline. They fool the defense completely. So it's just, he ends up faking sweep, but then he ends up just wheeling up the sideline. They lose track of number 5, and boy, he makes good with the ball once it's in his hands.
He hit the pylon, but I think at that point he'd already stepped out of bounds. One more look.
He didn't. He did not. He did. They're gonna give him a touchdown because he never stepped out of bounds and he touched the pylon with the ball. He broke the plane of the goal line. I mean, this is a spectacular play by Jonathan Ward. This right foot of his never hits the ground. Down for the Chippewas.
The player did not step out of bounds. His continuing action put him in the end zone. Therefore, it's a touchdown.
Well, the Chippewas strike. And a chance to slice that advantage in half after the 74-yard pitch and catch on the wheel route. And that's a nice response after 2 early touchdown tosses from Josh Allen.
Yeah, and it's against a Wyoming defense that only allows less than 18 points a game, 13th in the country. They don't get fooled often.
Michael Armstrong, the graduate transfer from SMU, with the extra point try. On the way and good. 21 points on the board between these two teams. Nearly 12 minutes into our first quarter. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
They're lined up in a passing formation. I think they're going to run draw, but you got to convert them, control the clock.
On 3rd down, Allen fires it. Caught a one-handed grab right before he danced out of bounds by Austin Conway. His second catch. Gain of 13. That'll keep the drive alive.
Well, there's a player that has been trying to emerge all year. Austin Conway has battled injuries. Took a couple days off here during bowl practice, but boy, he stabs it one-handed. That's a pretty catch right there. But again, ball's out fast. Completion of 13 yards and a Pokes first down.
Conway, a former basketball player at Wyoming, was a point guard. He redshirted his season for the Pokes. Allen has completed 5 in a row, looking for number 6. Loads it up deep towards the end zone. Passes caught for the touchdown. C.J. Johnson has it. And the Cowboys strike again, and Josh Allen is 100% healthy today.
Well, this is, I think I might have coined the phrase today, Allen being Allen. This guy, we've had the fortunate task to do a couple Wyoming games this year, and he's gotten better each time out we've seen Josh Allen play. That again is a ball that he lays it down the track of a receiver flying full speed, heading into the end zone. And I mean, the ball couldn't be thrown any better.
6 completions in 7 attempts. 3 touchdown tosses already for number 17 in brown and gold. Cooper Roth's extra point is good. One more look at that last touchdown from 45 yards out. It's a thing of beauty as he just laid it right there in the midst of Johnson for his 7th touchdown reception of the year.
Well, and Roy, you see C.J. Johnson, he's up top of the screen, running down the track, and you see him readjust one time and look at it over a body of work. You see spectacular plays by all 3 quarterbacks, and they've led their teams to a lot of wins.
Missile fired by Morris. Ball comes out late after the catch. Cowboys think they have it. Let's check the spot, and they do. Marcus Epps got in there, Tom, in the second turnover forced by this Cowboys defense, and another big play in favor of the brown and gold. Conklin lost control of it. He took quite a hit there.
Yeah, Conklin, he drew a crowd immediately, and they're getting their hands on the ball, stripping it. Boy, Priester came in from the backside. Number 2, the corner, who's having himself a nice game, and he really just whacked at the ball. The ball came out. Watch Priester come from the backside of Conklin. And
as far it has been Wyoming out of the Mountain West as Fort goes in motion. Overstreet needs 2. Stacked up at the 10. He'll be just short. Oliver with the initial contact. So here's Cooper Roth, the sophomore out of Longmont, Colorado, 12 for 15 this season. 27-yard effort on the way. And right between the pipes. So Wyoming extends its lead to 24-7. Just underway. Start of our second quarter. Cowboys in control. Chapman may have a chance to play at the next level. The senior from Michigan. 72 players, make it 71. The CMU roster from the great state of Michigan. Morris with a pocket. Pass is picked off by Andrew Wingert. Andrew Wingert, his 5th interception of the season. After Morris airmailed it, Wingert has scored it out of bounds inside the 30. 3 turnovers now for CMU. And the Cowboys flexing their muscle here in Boise.
well, they talked to us, the Chippewas did, about identifying the Wyoming defense and finding out where number 28 is. Well, right here, Shane Morris, this is just one that Pete pulled the string. It got away from him, and he's been guilty of making one bad throw a game. And right there, that was the bad one. You don't want to turn it over that easily to Andrew Wingert, and Wingert is a top player for that tough Wyoming defense.
Allen back on the field, 3rd time today. Pokes have started inside the 30. On the reverse to C.J. Johnson, already has scored a touchdown. And Johnson shoved out at the 12. And how about Josh Allen springing Johnson loose with a block? They need 13 here. It's our 3rd trip here, the City of Trees this year, and it gets better each and every time. What a wonderful bowl, a wonderful location. Allen surveying, Allen pressured, escapes. Allen stays alive finally. Driven out of the 10. No flag after the 5-yard pickup. That was Darwin Kelly. Finally ended with madness that time.
Tries to make something happen. I love when he extends the play.
Cooper Roth from 28. 13 for 16 this year. And he stays perfect today. Now 2 for 2. And the Pokes lead extended to 20. Under 5 to play in the first half here in Idaho. Even though what we assume is going to be his final season of production is not what you like. A lot of reasons for that. Here's Morris, pressure, down he goes. Gaffon got there, brought him down back at the 30. His nickname is Yo-Yo, and that time he treated Morris as such.
Yeah, Gaffon has been a force in the middle for the Wyoming defense. And, you know, he just, again, the tough guy. They do the tough work, right? He ends up really almost getting untouched there.
Chippewas have won 5 in a row, being tested here in Boise, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl thus far. Man-to-man coverage for the Cowboys as Morris is flushed. Dangerous toss, and it's going to be picked off again by Logan Wilson. Ball was tipped as he released it. Gaffon got there and got a mitt on it. Another turnover for CMU.
Boy, Logan Wilson has just been spectacular from that middle linebacker position for the Pokes. And, you know, he's usually a run stuffer, Roy, but right here he becomes a pass catcher, making an INT. He gets good drop in the middle there, and Gaffon was the one that had his hands up, batted the ball, and then it just becomes really a free ball. Tip balls are just dangerous and not a quarterback's, it's really a quarterback's worst friend. But
4 turnovers in the last 5 possessions for CMU. Play action for Josh Allen, who's been on fire. Wide open is Johnson. Caught a touchdown earlier. Ran a reverse as well. Sent out inside the 30 after a 14-yard pickup. Alex Briones credited with a stop or sort of number one, even though you told us earlier you think he can go number one. But it was a roll of the dice coming off the AC sprain. He's done nothing to hurt his stock thus far. This time, corralled back at the 40. That's going to knock the Pokes out of field goal range. Trevor Apsey got there first, along with Mike Dana. He's going to lose 10 yards and some extracurricular activity taking place.
Well, I'm waiting for the referee to throw a flag because he just let the game get out of hand. I mean, 3 guys were mauling Josh Allen. The only mistake he made all day long was that he just took a sack that took him out of field goal range.
No flags on the field yet. Second sack of the afternoon for CMU. 2nd down and 11. Looking for Willis, instead spots Chapman. First down plus territory. So a good start for CMU on the opening possession of our third quarter. Jalen Ortiz brought him down. Well, it's 2nd and short. What do you have to lose? The answer is 2 yards. 3rd and 3. Morris out of the shotgun off his back foot and throw it right to the defender, Tyler Hall. 2nd interception of the season. Hall had inside leverage, and Morris threw it to the wrong side of his intended target.
Pass was intercepted by Isaac.
Tyler Hall's really good in space, and you know, it's interesting. They put him against Tyler Conklin, and Tyler Conklin, 6'4", 250-pound tight end. Tyler Hall is giving away a lot. Conklin's jamming him up in the grill, and you know, boy, and then it comes Wingard trying to get a block and almost gets credited with tackling his own man. Right now, 3rd and 1 for the Pokes.
Play action, Allen looking deep. Tosses it, pass is caught inside the 40. And with the reception, once again, it was Tyree Mayfield. I thought it was Conway for a moment, but the tight end, his first grab of the game, and he'll pick up 19.
You know, 3rd and short, Roy, everyone's expecting, you know, power and the accuracy again while on the run. And, you know, Josh Allen, when he's out in space like that.
Evans checks in at running back from the 35. Allen, backside pressure, down he goes. And a punishing hit by Joe Osman. 2nd sack of the afternoon. A late flag is tossed. And this may be against CMU. And what a backbreaker that would be.
Personal foul. Taunting. Number 44 of the defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Mitch Stanizak. And that one just hurts.
UNS. That is his first unsportsmanlike conduct foul at number 44.
I mean, Stanizak, why? Why? Your partner on the other side of the defense, Ostman, just keeps coming. He keeps beating Velasquez, and they got to give him more help. But that's a sack. That's an end of a drive. They have to punt it away. Instead, CMU with a costly penalty, and now Wyoming with another first down.
20-point lead. Star quarterback is healthy again. Defense is playing lights out. Everything going in favor of the brown and gold so far. Overstreet takes it back the other way. Kellen Overstreet brought down to the 5. 1st and goal, Wyoming. Gain of 25 yards and a brilliant run by number 29.
On the drive, but they need to push it into the end zone here if you're the Pokes.
Trey Woods lines up in the backfield. They'll pitch it to him, the converted linebacker. Tripped up just past the 5 by Darwin Kelly. A nice stop to prevent the touchdown.
He elected to turn it up inside and take on the tackler, and he got worked.
Cooper Roth, perfect today, a 20-yard effort. Now 3 for 3 to extend the Cowboys' lead. 5:15 remaining here in our third quarter. Our new score, 30-7. Pokes out in front. Tony Poljan checks in at quarterback for the first time. He's actually as a wide receiver lined up towards the bottom of your screen. They'll interchange both Poljan and Shane Morris at times. We'll see what Morris does on first down. Flings it complete. into plus territory. CMU trying to stay alive as Tyler Hall in coverage. Conklin with a catch.
Well, in a tight window there, Adam Pillapil, the linebacker who went out with an injury earlier back on the field, he almost picked the ball off.
Gain of 18. He'll set up the screen pass to Ward with some real estate. Nifty run by Jonathan Ward. Shoved down at the 35, a gain of 13.
And he was also catching passes that day as well.
Yeah, led the Chippewas in receiving. That was essentially the entire CMU offense on 3rd and long. Morris back in. Lofts it for Willis. Pass is going to be brought in inside the 5. An outstanding grab by Corey Willis. Wearing number 21 today, honoring the late Derek Dash. Who lost his battle with leukemia some 2.5 years ago. And a gain of 30, more importantly, 1st and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5 for CMU. Ward straight ahead. Ward nearly lost control, reaches across the goal line for the score. And don't go anywhere just yet here in Boise. CMU, the comeback kids, still with an opportunity.
Great individual effort that time by Jonathan Ward, and I thought he almost coughed the ball up. Johanna Gaffon drills him right at the line of scrimmage, the big tackle, number 93. He just lays the wood to him, and the ball almost came out. And then Ward somehow, miraculously, stuck the ball over across the plane. Both side judges calling touchdown. Shouldn't be any question on that if there's a replay. And Chips line up at the extra point.
Michael Armstrong connects on the PAT, 65 yards in just 7 plays, and we got a ball game, a 2-possession ball game at that. 3:08 remaining here in our 3rd quarter in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, and the Chippewas still alive. They're just all over you in guarding your receivers and tight ends, and tonight I think they've been that again. Conklin on the crossing pattern. Near side and approaching midfield, ushered out there. So a nice pickup will keep the drive alive, give him 29 yards. But
finding guys that replace those number 1 draftable quarterbacks, there's going to be a few of them.
Chippewas 3 of 9 on 3rd down. Morris pressured. Granderson got there after the scoop and score moments ago. Another sack for big number 91. He's got nearly 10 this year.
And these two are very comparable, these two quarterbacks.
Flushed out of the pocket. Pass is ruled incomplete. A diving attempt out of bounds. Conway tried to drag his left foot on the blue turf, but could not do it.
The Chippewas are going for it here on 4th down at midfield. It's a wonderful thing to see, but a lot of good things happen when you love the game.
Winger drifts back after attacking the line. Pass will be brought in down at the 35. So bobbling for a moment was Conklin. Finally corralled it. That'll move the chains on 4th down, a gain of 18.
Tell you what, that guy's going to play on Sundays too, and he's going to have a nice long career. Tyler Conklin, a former Division II basketball player.
Came back after surgery and an injury that typically keeps an athlete out for 6 months. He was brought back after 5 games to the end zone. Pass is going to be picked off. Intercepted. Marcus Epps got there. And that'll just about do it. And Josh Allen knows it.
Boy, again, the defense with their 7th turnover of the game. That's their 4th interception. Marcus Epps playing center field, just making a great play on the ball. The ball got away again from Shane Morris, thrown into double coverage there, going to Chapman, the other playmaker. And, you know, listen, it's been Wyoming's defense and Josh Allen tonight for the Pokes. Central Michigan visited a couple hospitals. They visited children's wards and oncology wards and a VA hospital on top of that.
Holgen fumbled the football. Cowboys take over. 8 turnovers forced by this defense, a new school record. And Jalen Ortiz corralled it. That play, a microcosm of this bowl game.
Play, which I love that, you know, the parents are there, uncles, aunts, grandfathers, brothers, sisters. I mean, it's a family affair for the Allens. Oh, they finally got Coach Bowl with the water bucket. Who was it? Josh Allen.
The final
with the
score,
score.
37-14. We thought he was a top 10 pick. He played like one tonight, by golly.
And he talks like one, too. I'm impressed. He played for the right reasons. He played with his teammates, his brothers. He trusted the process, his coaches. And what does it net out? It nets out a win, and his stock continues to soar.
Big-time victory for the Pokes here in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. What a week it was for Wyoming. And their first win in school history on the blue turf of Albertson Stadium, and it comes at the exact perfect time. Well, coming up next, NBA Countdown presented by Mountain Dew. For Tom Ramsey and Alex Cordry, I'm Roy Philpott saying good night from Boise, Idaho, where the Cowboys defeat Central Michigan 37-14.